So now we will highlight the purpose of storyboarding. With storyboarding, the user's reaction can be observed very early in the life cycle, well before concepts are committed to code, and in many cases even before detailed specifications are developed. So in order to conduct storyboarding, the purpose or the goal of this technique is to get the user response or reaction in the early life cycle before implementation, or sometimes even before the detailed specifications of the requirements. Storyboards are also a powerful way to ease the blank page syndrome. So in case when the developer has no idea of the system or inspiration for the system, the storyboard can be used as a powerful technique. When the users do not know what they want, even a poor storyboard is likely to elicit a response of no, that's not what we meant. It's more like the following. So storyboard can be used when the users have no idea about the system, but after the visualization they can predict the way we are adopting or the roadmap we want to use is either correct or not. So storyboarding is extremely inexpensive. It's inexpensive technique as compared to the other techniques. It's user-friendly, informal, and interactive. This technique can be conducted informally in a shared user-friendly environment. It provides an early review of the user interfaces of the system. So after these collection of sketches, we can get the review of the user interfaces of the system in the early stages of development. It is an easy way to create, an easy way to modify. We can easily make changes in these collection of images. It will not take a lot of our efforts. It's the best way to validate or to verify the type of the system which we want to implement in the future. Now we will see what is the usage of the storyboarding. Storyboards can be used to speed up the conceptual development of many different facets of an application. So the first critical step in the development of a software is to get the right concept of development. So it's the best way to get an early conceptual development of many aspects of a software. Storyboards can be used to understand data visualization, to define and to understand business rules that will be implemented in a new business application. Storyboarding is basically the graphical representation of data. So it is used to understand the information and the data which are used to define and to get the business rules that will be implemented in a new business application. So these visualizations can also be used to understand the algorithms, the processes, their details, and the mathematical constructs that should be a part of internal structure of the system, or it can be used to demonstrate the type of reports and other hard copy outputs for early review. So now we will study the storyboarding technique. Storyboards identify the players, explain what happens to them, and describe how it happens. So in storyboards, we will identify the certain roles of that particular system, and we will explain what happens to them and describe how it happens. So if we talk about a software system, then the players are the interactive users of the software, and the happenings are basically the functions of the system and descriptions. How it happens means the procedure or sequence of events. So make the storyboard sketchy, easy to modify. Sketch or design a story in a way so that we can easily modify the things we want. Storyboard early and often on every project with new or innovative content. In order to introduce the new and innovative contents, this technique can be used to get the early response for every project. Now we will see the different types of storyboards. So number one is the passive storyboards. So in the passive storyboards, tell a story to the user. Consist of sketches, pictures, screenshots, PowerPoint presentations, and application output. So how we can tell a story to the user? We can tell the story or functionality to the user with the help of different sketches, pictures, screenshots, presentations, and application outputs. Walks the user through the storyboard with a when you do this, this happens explanation. The user will go through these sketches with information which will be presented on the actions user will perform and the response the system will generate with the proper explanation or detail. So the next type of storyboard is active storyboard. Try to make the user see a movie that has not actually been produced yet. So in order to get the understanding of the system in shape of or by the use of sketches or different set of diagrams, we make the user to visualize the things which actually yet not happened. So it provides an automated description of the way the system behaves in a typical usage or operational scenario. So it's automated explanation or description of how the system will behave or respond in a typical situation or operation. So the examples for active storyboards are slideshow, animation, and the use of simulations.